Hello, fellow Christians, believers, and interested one. Our topic today is about how to control our tongues as Christians. Having problem controlling your tongue, the Bible spoke of it. But before we get to the Bible, I would like to go into details with other things, and we'll come back to the Bible later. Our tongues are both a curse and a poison, but they also bless God. Men created in God's image are cursed with the tongue. It is not tame, according to the Bible. So our tongue is described as unruly, disruptive, troublemaker, stubborn, etc. So if we can tame animals, why can't we train ourselves? Training our tongue is possible if we adhere to the Bible's instructions in their entirety. Subsequently, it might be decreased to an absolute minimum. Why is it minimal control necessary? Nobody can claim to be able to fully control their tongue without always using disruptive or disparaging language. As a Christian, we must therefore exercise at least some control over it. The reason we need minimal control is we are imperfect, so our tongue will always speak out derogative words that ourselves would not be pleased with and will always make us to fall short of God's glory. So I think you understand what I'm trying to project before you. That our tongue, because of our imperfection, it says things that are not right as Christian, fellow believer, or someone who is interested in learning about God. These are where you are, as a Christian, have to be looking at if your characters are in accordance with the Bible. If not, don't feel guilty. What you need to do is to pray and adjust yourself. The reason we need to adjust ourselves is that our tongue is very hard to control. But we as a Christian, if we minimize the way we speak, that we should give it a first thought before we put our words, people will observe what to be a follower of Christ. But if we just come up with wordings and later regret it, of course, if we prayed about it, Jehovah can control us and lead us through the path that will be right on our side and also to bring glory to his name. I guess you understood the message that I trying to give you. I want you to take your own time and look at the image from your own perspective. How the tongue that we have in our mouths displays. And sit by, take your own time to really look at how yourself sometimes perform and see if it is in accordance with the Bible. So you might say, how does the Bible talk about our tongue or the way we speak? I want you to join me in the book of James, chapter 3, verse 8 to 10. So from James 3, verses 8 to 10, to see how the tongue is described. Verse 8 reads, but no human can tame the tongue. It is unruly and injurious, full of deadly poison. And verse 9 come up to say, with it we praise Jehovah, the Father, and yet with it we cause men who have come into existence in a likeness of God. Let us go to 10 and finalize the image of our own tongue that rotates in our mouth. 10 says, out of the same mouth come blessing and cursing. How does it make you feel then to curse men who are created in the image of God? I just want you to view some imaginary thing from your own perspective, not other people, yourself. How do you view a person in a street sometimes? Do you describe them how they look? Do you give the importance attached to them as God likeness or in the image of God? Or you just say things that best satisfy you? Whatever you place yourself in that category, if it pleases you, okay. But you as a Christian, if you find yourself in a scenario that is not pleasing or conducive, the way you present things, the way you present words, the way you look at yourself, you can pray over it. You can pray to God through his son, Jesus Christ, who came to redeem us on this earth so that you can be forgiving, and let them give you a direct path that God can direct you, that you become good and you can minimize the tongue. You can control it, you can train it. So brothers and sisters, I will always call you brothers and sisters because of what? Having one faith in God. I want you to always adjust yourself, look at the issue, get back to James chapter 3, verses 8 to 10, and see how best it describes yourself. And in that direction, seek for God's forgiveness and ask for his direction in your faith. Thank you. Bye.